Okay, so we're back from the break, and we'll have now the last talk of this session before the keynote talk. And we have Rosa with us. So, Eduardo, would you like to introduce the talk?
Yes, of course. Although I'm sure that Rosa doesn't need any introductions, but still, Rosa, it's again a pleasure to be here with you again.
Nice to see you, Eduardo.
Welcome. And Rosa then will bring us a talk titled Space Tourism Under the Stars. So, Rosa, welcome again. Thank you. And
Thank
please, the stage is yours. You have 20 minutes.
I will share my screen. I don't think I will take the 20 minutes. Do you see my presentation in presentation mode?
Yes, we see your
Okay.
presentation.
Good. So I'm bringing here a project that has twofold. It's about students exploring new ideas and new environments and becoming an analog of an analog astronaut. But the place where this is happening, the place where we are going to develop this project, it's also a touristic destination. It's an observatory in Alqueva. It's a unique site with very beautiful skies. And so I thought that I would present you a different flavor of Explore, which is the project that I am presenting, but also to bring you the place where Explore will take the stage. So I'm bringing you the stage first and then the Explore. So the Observatory Largo do Alqueva is a touristical destination. Every year it receives more and more tourists. It hosts astronomical events. It conducts all year long night sky observations, solar observations. It organizes astro parties, organizes all year long workshops for schools, thematical nights, and also they have robotic telescopes that are actually going to be used by students working with us in our projects, not only Explore, but also other projects. It's a wonderful place. It's a beautiful place. And the sky, it's wonderful. This is a picture from Miguel Claro. Miguel Claro is a Portuguese astrophotographer, and he's very devoted, very dedicated to Alqueva. And so this is one of his pictures. I mean, I've been there a few times, and you actually can see a sky like that. Well, maybe not so many stars, but it's not very far from reality. So as you can see, it's a beautiful site. And they have some agreement with the local municipalities where they are rebuilding the light poles or just turning off some lights that are unnecessary. There's still some light pollution.
I lost Rosa's sound. That's only me.
Can you hear me?
We do hear Rosa. Yeah.
Audible.
Yeah.
It's audible.
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, because my internet is very clunky. Okay, so but you can see some light pollution here, but still the sky is it's enviable. So again, this is the naked sky, another view on top of the dump that's called the dam that's called Alqueva. It has the name of the place. It's called Alqueva. This is an example of a deep sky image taken from that place, also by Miguel Claro. It has also a very strong cultural heritage. As you can see, this is the Monserrat castle. There is a village within the walls of the castle that you can visit. You can see the nice views from there. You can be lodged there. There are very nice restaurants and handicraft there. So it's a very nice place to visit. Of course, there is also the gastronomy, unique, very typical, very, very good food. Well, they eat a lot of meat. It's not my reality, but they also have other specialities, as you can see here, that are not meat and that are really very good. And finally, the ancient monuments. This is not the only one by far. There are several others in the region, but this is just a few hundred meters from the observatory. So it's a very nice site to visit. So now we mix that with other ideas, which is how we can invest students in thinking a little bit about sustainability in Alqueva. So besides all these goods, there are several challenges there. So let's start with the good part of Alqueva. There is a good water management. They are using renewable energy in the region. They are a very nice and well-organized tourism and recreation area. And there is a lot of regional development taking place there. The bad is that there is some ecosystem disruption and land submersion, so some environmental impact by the Alqueva Dam that was created there. There were dislodged communities and there were some social and cultural changes due to the construction of this reservoir of water that they have built in Alqueva. And the ugly part is that there are high maintenance and sustainability costs. There are some conflicts between, agriculture, tourism, and environmental conservation, of course. And it's very difficult to have a complete decision-maker involvement. But in any case, I think the job that is being done there is very good. Still, it's a very good place to bring awareness to people that there is no planet B. We all know that. Oh, the question is, do we really know that? So we had this idea of mimicking an analog mission and inviting people to pretend that they live on Mars. So what if you could bring all your students to a place where they will pretend they are living or exploring or being astronauts on Mars? Would that bring some awareness about the valuable planet we live in? So that was the motto behind the creation of this project. So the project is called Explore, stands for Expeditionary Program for Learning Opportunities in Analog Space Exploration. It's coordinated by the Astrum Forum. Astrum Forum is where the experts in real analog missions are housed. They are really very good and they do several analog missions in different places around the world. We have as partner, of course, the Observatório Largo do Alqueva, where we are building a habitat for Explore, a habitat that will simulate a real habitat that the analog astronauts here on Earth are using. And for those of you that don't know what analog astronaut means that these are missions that are performed on Earth in places that are similar to Mars or the Moon, and where the people can replicate what would actually happen whenever we go to the Moon and to Mars, and we are going there. So this is becoming very relevant and very, very important. So this is what an analog mission is. Our students are not going to make a real analog mission, but they will do a replica of an analog mission, which will be close enough to the real thing. COSPAR, the Committee on Space Research, is also a partner in this project, and a school in Greece called Enilo Germanica Gogi was mentioned here before in this conference. So we are building an analog settlement for outreach, education, and tourism. And the idea is that people can just go there, take a look, and be aware of what we're doing and why we are doing and why this is so important, and maybe go back home with some new knowledge and new learning. We are doing real education, very profound education. We have 9 teachers from 3 different countries that are diving deep into the educational part, but we're also expecting some tourism happening there. It will take some time, but we are building things for them. What this facility is capable of, for sure, it will attract a lot of curiosity. We hope that people will ask, why you're doing this? Why is it important? What can I learn here? What is it good for? What is analog? And why do we care about that? And all of this is really important. This is actually what we want. We will spark the interest of the public reached by the dissemination action, because we want people to come see with their eyes and be dazzled by the environment, but also very curious about the results of what we are doing there. We want to bring families to visit the facility in what we call the open house days, where they can play for a few hours, like being there, not doing the real research, but staying there for a few hours and having some activities that are going to be prepared for them. We want tourists to be able to spend few days there and experiment the reality of this mission. And also, this is the most important objective, is to enrich student learning experiences, because we are actually transforming them into analog astronauts. Or, I mean, not real analog astronauts, but they are going to experience what it feels and what it is like to be an analog astronaut. What are we going to do? How are we going to do that? Well, first of all, students are going to train like astronauts. So each school involved will be able to send, we have 9 schools involved in the project so far. This is a pilot phase, and each school involved will send 1 student. But we don't want the rest of the students to feel left out. So each school will be invited to train every student until they will select the one that is going to take part of the mission. But the whole school is going to participate in the mission. And if the school wants, they can replicate an analog space in their school, or just make a fake analog space, like a room where they're going to spend a few days. And they can be the ghost team that is going to replicate everything that the students are going to do in the real mission. So everyone is going to receive safety and training. Everybody is going to learn about that. Everybody is going to feel like what it is to dress. Okay, they are not going to dress a real spacesuit that is used by analog astronauts. This can take 3 hours to dress and undress, but there's going to be something with some specific challenges for them to feel a little bit what it is to be inside of a spacesuit. Of course, it's prepared for students of secondary schools, and we're also going to have examples of this for younger kids that that will visit the space only for a few hours. So we are going to talk about that and go through the details of the spacesuit and what it has and why do we need all this technology there. Actually, the Astron Forum is expert on that. And of course, you're going to have the junior astronauts. They are going to have to perform several missions. And this is not just the ones that are going to the habitat, but the whole school is going to be invited to do that. And we are preparing this for a weekend getaway on Mars. So there's going to be a Martian living quarter. They're going to have dining experiences. It's not a fancy gourmet dining. It's very astronautically like dining. So they have a sense, and maybe they will understand how difficult it is to produce food if you are really living on Mars. They're going to experience Mars rover driving, and we're also going to simulate spacewalk and stargazing under the Martian sky. Okay, it's not really the Martian sky, but we're going to make the best to make this experience feel like that. They are going to be invited to explore the landscape, and so the students in the school will do the same, because then we can they are going to be invited to compare the data. They are going to observe with drones. They are going to simulate extravehicular activity. We are going to promote a lot of scientific workshops, and they are going to have some virtual reality experiences. And finally, they are going to explore what is going to be kind of a fake Martian terrain. Alkeva is not a real analog site. Analog site is one that really looks like the moon or Mars, like some desert site. Alkeva is not like that, but we are going to prepare some fake areas where they are going to feel like they are really on Mars. They're going to experience the thrill of driving into craters and exploring and measuring them, or finding alien rock formations and studying the geological samples. So this is all part of the experience that we are bringing to our students. And of course, we are going to talk about a lot about the menu, what Martians will be able to eat, the nutritional challenges, and how they can prepare their meal using space-friendly ingredients and probably ingredients that they can produce on Mars. So this is going to be a unique experience for our students. So this is coming to homes, to your home or your schools in 2025. We are going to broadcast all the experience or record it and then show the results to you. For Explore, there are two missions that are expected. One is going to be in spring 2025, and the second one for a new cohort of students in the spring of 2026. And we hope to continue this project. So as I said, it is just a pilot project to test the idea. And if this works as we expect, then we expect that Alqueva will be a center of excellence for space education. And we are going to use the habitat with further analog missions for students. And the idea is to receive students from all over the world that will be willing to come. In Europe, for instance, schools can use Erasmus Plus mobilities to use this possibility. We are going to continue promoting training for educators willing to participate in the project. And for students from other parts of the world, it's a matter of us to find out how we can sponsor this possibility. We do want to have students from all over the world visiting and having this sense of wonder or sense of understanding or awareness, or even feeling how horrible it is not to be on planet Earth for a few days. So this is what we expect and what we want to do with Explore. You can find out more by visiting our website. You have there a QR code and the project website. You can contact me for any questions or suggestions. There are other analog sites in the world. We are communicating with several of them and planning to present a new project, a new proposal to joint activities with these other facilities, these other settlements. And yeah, so this is just the first step of a very ambitious idea that I hope will try and bring us a very new educational activity for schools. So I think I didn't eat up all my time. I will stop sharing and hope that you have some questions for me. Looking forward for your ideas and views on this.
Thank you so much, Rosa, for this beautiful and insightful presentation of a great project.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's see here if we have some questions, comments. Do anyone have comments for Rosa?
Eduardo, are you ready to come and visit it?
Oh, yes, I am.
We need volunteers.
As soon as I have the possibility, for sure, I'll be love to go participate. Yes. Let's see, who knows?
No, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. It's just the beginning of construction. Nothing is ready yet, but it will be soon.
Yeah, when I'm sure I will be happy to join. I hope I have the opportunity.
I'm sure you will.
We just have comments and clappings, and Ivo on Facebook is congratulating.
Thank you.
But no comments.
Okie dokie. So we can go for a break a little bit earlier.
Yes, 1 minute. It's not that much earlier. Yes, so we will have another break.